Hello and welcome back to the Metropol Grid. My name is Andre. Thanks for tuning in. We're currently in the competitive lobby of Jinteki.net, and we're playing some Hasty CI against what appears to be Sunny, which is an interesting matchup. Good luck, have fun. Thanks, you too. Oh man, here goes nothing. So I think this hand is not amazing. It does have Violet level clearance, which is actually okay, and maybe for that reason we'll keep it. I imagine we could do worse. And I'm not actually that scared of this matchup. Need more practice versus CI. Not a great matchup for me at all. Well, I need more CI practice. So it probably won't be that bad. I think we can keep this. Just because this turn we can play Violet level clearance. So I'm not sure what Sunny can do. Sunny's particularly good at breaking ice. There's a chance that she's running a data leak reversal package. I think that's actually possible. So if you don't know much about Hasty CI, it's a combo deck that wants to keep a lot of cards in hand, and then just about regularly, almost every turn, it can fast advance out some agendas. And I think that's actually really good. It's good against the meta if people are running Solid Slums, Hasty CI in particular, or Cipher. Like, it doesn't care about this thing so much. I think we can just put this on HQ, click for a credit, and then for our terminal, Violet up. And we drew some pretty good cards there, right? Like, we can actually score an agenda next turn because we have an accelerated deck. Oh, we need a Hasty. Okay, well, we're getting there. I think it's not that hard for Sunny to include cards in her deck like Employee Strike, and that's actually annoying against us. Also Turning Wheel, probably, and Turning Wheel's pretty good against this deck. If you just kind of smash into centrals a whole bunch and then eventually do one big run and maybe see all of HQ, seems like a problem. This is a 2 in like 8, a 1 in 4 chance of seeing an agenda. I'd rather have the money at this point. And they act as a lateral growth, so that's fine. Data folding on the table. I think you have to play really different against CI7, just because, or not, just CI in general. Because the most important thing you can do in the matchup is likely get good accesses early in the game. A drop, another Violet level clearance is probably ideal. I think I want a piece of ice on R&D, just so that if they drop a medium and go nuts, we can react to it. They can, like, Mother Goddess is generally a problem for most decks to deal with, but I'm assuming Sunny can at least put down her console and deal with it. But that's going to be expensive, so that might buy us a bit of time. And we can actually score our first agenda next turn. We have the appropriate cards. A bit of just... Oh, day job. Okay. A bit of a disclaimer. I'm not particularly good at CI7, or let alone any CI deck, so I'm trying to learn, just because I think they're interesting. So if I don't do a good job, let me know in chat. In the comments below. Don't say Andre, obviously you suck, but just let me know oh, at that point you could have considered this, because I think this is way different than anything else I've generally played. I know for sure we can score this turn using things so what we want to do is we want a Hasty. I think we want a Hasty. We don't have an efficiency committee, which is a bummer, but we can over advance a Project Vitruvius, which is good. So if we do Hasty, okay, if we first click install this, and then we do Hasty, and then Accelerated Diagnostics fire our shipment reclamation order, we'll get our shipments from back, which is really good. And I think that's probably what we're going to do here. The question is whether or not we use the lateral growth. Don't think we do. I think we're just going to flat out install this into a new remote. So flat out do that. We had to put 3 cards back on top. So what we agreed it would be shipment from Sansan, and reclamation order. Seems good. And now if we fire Accelerated Diagnostics, we choose to fire these in what order. So we do this first, put 2 counters on here. We do the second, put 2 counters on here. And then do this last to pull back our shipment from Sansan's. And we'll pull 2 of them back. And then we score this, and we have a counter on that, which is awesome. We might have to discard some cards, which is fine. I don't think we're going to need this. But also with this token, we can always pull back a Violet level clearance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think Archive Memories is probably the worst card here, just considering we already have a token. All these other cards are pretty good and help our game state in some way or other. So there's a big chance that if Sunny's running Day Job and has this drip economy, that she is going to try and vamp us. So we might want to have a way to cheaply score out of hand at all point of times, or keep some cards in hand like Hedge Fund just so we can recover as much as possible. We're not running Reuse, which is generally the CI7 way of recovering from vamp. And maybe we just get another piece of ice here. I'm going to let this Axis because it's like a 2 in 10, a 1 in 5 chance of hitting an agenda. And they don't get it there. No surprises. We can also probably just win before they vamp us down. So maybe I'm not going to keep the hedge fund. I'm just going to make it harder for them to vamp us. They're running all 3 servers. What's the chance that this is an apocalypse? Or maybe they're just checking because we hastied. When you hasty, you have to throw out a card. We threw out I don't know what we threw out. A subliminal, I think. So we can also score points this turn, and I think we can actually score global food, which just seems pretty good. What we would do here is we would wow, thinking again, sorry. What we would do is we would hasty, and then accelerate diagnostics. We would accelerate diagnostics, shipment to get 4 advancements on the global food. And then on the last click, we can just advance it normally. I think that seems okay. Otherwise, we could hasty, and then go into ladder growth, shipment, putting 2 advances on it, and then pull back a reclamation order. No, we don't need that. I think we can just do that, and the next turn we can just biotic out like another Vitruvius we find if we find one. So let's just try this. So what did we say we would do? If we said we were going to do shipment, lateral growth, we have one click left, and we can just advance it. So that's probably fine. So hasty. What did we throw out? We lost a lateral. That's fine. And so we're going to do lateral growth, shipment. That's done. We're going to fire that all off with accelerated diagnostics. So first we'll do a lateral growth, install the food, new remote, get some money from that. Shipment, 2 tokens. Shipment, 2 tokens. And then we'll just advance that and score. We have a really good draw. Like, just such a good draw. I think we started our turn with 10 credits and ended with 10 credits and scored a food. Isn't that nuts? That's kind of crazy. That's super, super crazy. And all we have to do is top deck a 3-2, which might be hard considering they can run R&D every turn, unless we want to res that thing. And then score out of Vitruvius. The other option is to pull back with Project Vitruvius. Pull back Reclamation Order, just for shipment for Sansan. This is a 1 in 10 or 1 in 9. I'm okay with this. Hedge fund, fine. And then maybe just win. Okay, efficiency committee. That's fine. So double biotic means we can score out a 4-2. So actually, if we drew that, we could have ended the game. Oh no, we probably didn't have enough money. I'll draw once. I think it's good to put this on R&D. So probably hedge fund and put this on R&D. We could, in theory, aggressively Vitruvius for the violet level clearance. This also ensures that we'll draw the violet level clearance at some point. Just because they can't lock us off R&D. And I don't care if they get all the pot shots off of HQ. Unless they play like multi-axis, it's very hard for them to get in here. Jackson Claire on the table, so they can make a free run. So they could just check archives every turn. Again, I don't think I mind this much about this. They know this is a Turing. So no surprises there. Oh, wait, what's the chance that we can just combo out? Okay, if we have enough money, we can pull back the hasty, and then our combo can be hasty. And then accelerate diagnostics will play subliminal. So we have 2 clicks left, and then biotic. So with enough money, I think we can just close the game. So maybe money is just it. Because 4... Okay, we'll have to advance 5 times. So that's 5 credits. 2 biotics, that's 8. So that's 13. 14, 15. So we're just a bit short. So I think we're just going to click for credits and the like. So I'm gonna do most of my thinking on the corpse turn, right? Okay, so if we, in theory, hasty, which we'll pull with Vitruvius, we'll to run this. I'll res that. It's free. Okay, so they hasty. I hate this math so much. Okay, we get a window to think. Oh, we just win here. Install biotic. We don't even have to do anything crazy. Install new remote. So we can score a 3-2. We can score a 4-2. Let's just do this for style. Advance. Score. GG. We had such good draw, didn't we? Like, we saw all 3 shipments really early, which is a really big deal. Oh, we only saw 2, but that's awesome. We saw all our accelerated diagnostic, all our a lot of the hasty. Yeah, that was nuts. That was really good draw. So we got really lucky on that. I think we had a couple ways to close the game. Like, I'm going to do the math and probably write in the description below whether we had enough time and energy to just double biotic out a food with a lateral growth. Oh, they're on DLR. Oh, interesting. I think Hasty CI7 is CI7 or Hasty are both interesting. I think Hasty has some better matchups against some popular things like Salsite Slums, and it's easier to get out of Employee Strike considering like we scored a global food for no credits and we didn't have to like trash our whole deck obviously. So this deck was running Citadel, Sanctuary, and Power Top, which is great. Usually find breakers. Yeah, they usually can, and they would tag themselves in Data Leak Reversal us, and it would have taken a while to set up. Multi-axis is the thing now though, or at least Vamp. Yeah, I was scared of Vamp. Well, hey, thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you could see other plays in this, and that's the thing, like with cerebral imaging, there's a lot of ways to do the same thing, and some of them are more efficient. If you've seen anything that you thought was a more exciting opportunity at any point in the game, let me know in the comments below. Otherwise, thanks so much for watching, and stay tuned for more. Ciao.